Shit, they done let me in the door. They done gave your boy a chance, now the youngin' finna blow. It's a shame finna put the game in the figure four. Youngin' fresh from out that dollar.
Yo, welcome back to my channel. Before we get into it, make sure you like, subscribe, comment. You ain't gonna like, you gotta comment, but I do appreciate it if it's just something if you're new. Now, in this video, we'll be talking about Attack on Titan, but in particular, I'm going to be talking about Attack on Titan's final episode. So, Attack on Titan's final episode aired a couple days ago, and that's more than enough time to finally get to see anime-only's reactions to the ending to Attack on Titan. And as we all know, Attack on Titan getting an anime original ending did not happen, and I plan on making a video talking about that. But for this video specifically, I want to talk about the ending to Attack on Titan, and if I feel differently than what I did when it came out in the manga, and I also want to explain the reason why anime onlys are enjoying the ending to Attack on Titan. So the final episode for Attack on Titan pretty much starts off with us seeing the last couple of minutes of what happened in the last part. Then we end up seeing Armin get sexually assaulted, and then he ends up being able to figure out that Eren is not the one that's trying to kill them, but instead it's Ymir. So now the Alliance is not only trying to find Zeke and kill him instead of killing Eren, but now they're trying to get Armin back while at the same time trying to survive. So then we end up seeing this big fight between Eren and Ymir versus the Alliance. And we get to see the characters that we grew to love in some life-threatening situations, even though nobody died, which is one of the biggest problems that a lot of people, including me, had with the ending for Attack on Titan, which is this insane plot armor that really came out of nowhere. But like I said before in the past, even though nobody died that's a part of the Alliance, you still get this vibe that this is the fucking end. But then we end up seeing Armin and Zeke pretty much talk about life and what they value and what they think they were born in this world to do. And now Armin gets this better understanding of who Ymir is and what she wants. And what she wants is some kind of connection, which is something that we thought that Eren already gave her around chapter 119, which is one of the many retcons that this ending has. But I will talk about that more later. But then we end up being able to see Armin not only convince Zeke, but also convince some of the Titan shifters of the past to help the Alliance stop Eren. So then Zeke ends up revealing his location and letting himself be killed by Levi, which stops the rumbling. Then the Alliance ends up being able to separate Eren from the parasite, and Armin finally finds the resolve to let Eren go and destroy his final Titan form, which I think that Mappa did a very good job executing. The animation, the OST, the sound effect that they had for the transformation just made it that much more better than what it was in the manga. But then they end up saying that the parasite did not get destroyed in the explosion and Eren didn't either. And I just want to say that Eren's founding Colossal Titan form transformation was done really fucking good. You got the fire and him walking through the fire, like we definitely did get some kind of version of Berserk Eren. So in a way we was right and we was wrong at the exact same time. But then we end up seeing the parasite pretty much start acting on its own and doing everything that it possibly can to get back to Eren. And with it turning everybody into pure Titans, you definitely get this sense that this is the main villain. But we end up seeing Mikasa having these headaches, which got revealed to be that Ymir is causing them. But we end up seeing Mikasa go back to the cabin timeline. And the reason why I say go back is because she already experienced it, most likely around the same time that Armin experienced his dream, which was around chapter 130, but in anime terms, it was the last episode. And the reason why I still say the cabin timeline is because I still believe that Isayama wants us to look at it as such. Knowing that Isayama copied off from Love Love and knowing that Love Love deals with alternate timelines, and in one of these alternate timelines, it ends with the main character running away and basically not doing anything, which causes the world to get destroyed again. And that's pretty much what happens in this situation where Eren and Mikasa runs away together and lives out his last 4 years. Now, even though Isayama may want us to look at it as a different timeline, technically that's not what it is. Because technically Eren did exactly what he did with Armin for Mikasa. Eren pretty much brought Mikasa inside the Titan Path and created this scenario where it's almost as if she went back in time and she gave Eren a different choice, which created this different path where things didn't happen the way that it originally happened. But like I said, even though it's not technically a different timeline, I still believe that Isayama wants us to look at it as such. I mean, if you look at what Mikasa says when she wakes up in this alternate timeline, she says that she feels like she shouldn't be here and that she had a long dream, which is a way to show us that everything that was going on all the way from chapter 130 up until she had to make a choice to kill Eren was pretty much a dream to this version of Mikasa. And now this bitch got two sets of memories of events happening differently. I don't know what else you can call that but alternate timelines. But like I said, it's technically not one, it just looks like one. I'm guessing that's the intent that Isayama has always had. He's not smart enough to actually make Attack on Titan have alternate timelines. He definitely missed the ball on that. But as we all know, Eren ends up telling her to move on and to throw away the scarf, and she ends up saying no, and she ends up finally getting the resolve to want to kill Eren because of her being able to accept the fact that Eren is going to die anyway. And I really love the way how Mappa executed Eren's death, all the way from Levi shooting the Thunder Spear to Mikasa jumping into the mouth. And I just love the way how they keyed in on Mikasa literally being the last thing that Eren sees before dying, with us being able to see her reflection inside of his eyes. But then we end up being able to see the conversation between Eren and Armin, which was definitely different than what it was in the manga. It had a few things switched around, and the conversation was definitely extended. We pretty much got brand new dialogue that gave us a little bit more insight on Eren and Armin's character. It's still some things that I don't like regarding the conversation between Eren and Armin, but I will talk about that a little bit later on. For right now, I want to talk about the new dialogue and what I like about it and what I don't like about it. I like how Armin connects with Eren a lot more better in the anime than what he does in the manga. In the manga, it seemed like Armin was okay with Eren committing genocide. He even said thank you. And Armin saying that in the manga went against his character, and it's like, well, why the fuck is you stopping him if you're thanking him? But in the anime, it's a lot more clear. Armin's way of connecting with Eren is basically telling him that at some point he wanted to erase people from this world as well. He would have never done it because of who he is, but he's felt that way at some point in his life. Armin telling Eren that is a way to show Eren that he's not alone in this. Another way to show that Eren is not alone is by telling Eren that he's done fucked up ass shit as well. His hands is nowhere near as bloody as Eren Yeager's, but Armin does have blood on his hands. He's not a saint in this at all, no matter how much Eren wants to make it seem like he is. He is the hero who saved 20% of humanity, but he's also the motherfucker who has a big part to play into why all of this happened this way. He's the one who put this free occupied world image in Eren's head. He's the reason why Eren had that dream. And because of Armin giving Eren that dream, he's the reason why Eren was disappointed. Now, of course, it was because of humanity, but what I'm trying to say is that Armin has a part to play in this. And I'm glad that he acknowledged that. Armin ends up actually thanking Eren, not for genocide, but thanking him for showing him the sights. Now that's fucking better, because in the manga, it seemed like he was thanking Eren for committing genocide. Now, what I don't like is that Isayama has Eren feel as though he's a dumbass who got power, and that's the reason why it all ended like this. Now, I don't agree with that at all. I truly think that Eren would never feel that way about himself. So Isayama is basically saying that Eren is a dumbass for making the only logical choice that was pretty much presented to him. Literally the only option that he had in this fucked up ass world where it's kill or be killed. How is he a dumbass? He's the dumbass for wanting to be the one that doesn't want to be killed in a killed or be killed situation? What the fuck? If anything, Eren is the smartest motherfucker in the fucking story. At least towards the end. Because everybody else can't see the bigger picture. Armin, dumbass. Hanji, dumbass. Mikasa, definitely dumbass. Reiner, dumbass. Like, everybody except Eren is a dumbass. Eren is only a dumbass because he fucking stopped. Now, before I get into what makes this ending bad, I will say that the ending to Attack on Titan in the anime is definitely better than the way how it ended in the manga. To be honest, I think that everybody prefers the anime version of the ending to Attack on Titan over the manga version. I think Mappa did a very good job at animating this final episode for Attack on Titan. They did so much of a good job to the point where I started to reconsider if the ending was actually fucking bad. And this is coming from someone who was disappointed in the ending. I understood it to some extent, but I was disappointed. And when I see not only Mappa but also Isayama leave in the retcons, the bad writing, and the plot holes, I end up realizing that the ending to Attack on Titan is bad, and Mappa does a good job at hiding it. And if they can get me to reconsider, I can only imagine how many anime-onlys basically overlook the bad writing, and it's not their fault, but they overlook the bad writing and they say that this is the best ending ever, or the ending to Attack on Titan is fucking good. Now, Brown's Magic pretty much said that they forgot what happened in the story of Attack on Titan. Not the big things, but the small details, such as dialogues or what certain characters stand for certain things and what they don't stand for and what they say they would never do. But it's a lot more to it. The animation, the OST, and how well directed the final episode to Attack on Titan is, you can pretty much get lost in it while watching it. nostalgia, and the idea that Attack on Titan is ending, all of that plays a part in convincing the audience, specifically anime onlys, that the ending to Attack on Titan in the anime is fucking good. They're being convinced so much to the point where they're asking, well, why was people mad at the ending? Let me tell you why. First, Eren doing a Code Geass type of ending. The Code Geass ending is basically all of humanity basically coming together and stopping the one bad guy, and then after that, living in fucking peace. Eren was asked about that type of ending in the beginning of the story for Attack on Titan. He said that that type of ending is rosy, which means the shit is bullshit and unrealistic. Now, mind you, this is Eren at 15 years old, and he's already able to understand, like, well, we're going against the Titans, and we're not working together. We fucking hate each other inside these fucking walls. We're fighting every fucking day. So how the fuck would that work? We're not even working together now. Now, the thing is that Eren being asked about that Code Geass type of ending could have been foreshadowing. And it's nothing wrong with Eren doing the Code Geass type of ending. But what's wrong is that you don't show any kind of evidence that pretty much shows us that Eren changed his mind about the Code Geass type of ending. Showing it is called character development. Not showing it and it just happens out of nowhere is called a fucking retcon. And that's what happened. Secondly, Eren crying about Mikasa moving on. Nobody doesn't give a fuck about this motherfucker crying about this bitch. We give a fuck about the way he's crying about this bitch. The way that Eren cried about Mikasa made it seem like he was madly in love with her. And that's just not the fucking case. I mean, the shit didn't even look real. Which means, Isayama, you failed to convince me, aka the audience, that he's madly in love with this bitch. Now, if it was Historia, then okay, because we actually seen Eren and Historia relationship grow throughout the entirety of Part 1 to Season 3 of Attack on Titan. I mean, you even said that Eren looks at Mikasa as a mother figure. So when did Eren stop looking at Mikasa as a mother figure and started looking at her as a love interest? The fact that I gotta ask that is bad. Which means that the two ways that you try to show that Eren has feelings for Mikasa is not good enough to have him whining like a little bitch about Mikasa moving on to another man. What he should have said was, man, fuck
that bitch. I don't give a fuck. Do you know who I am? I'm Eren motherfucking Yeager. Fuck that bitch.
Now that's in character. Not no,
Oh my god! I want her to move on!
like, what the fuck? Now, Eren killing his mom. Now, I don't have a problem with that because I predicted that shit a long time ago. That video is like 3 to 4 years old by now. I don't even fucking know. But I predicted that shit a long time ago. I don't have a problem with him killing his mom. What I do got a problem with is the fact that he can kill his mom, manipulate his father, kill him, manipulate his brother, kill him, kill Hannes, because if he killed his mother, he killed Hannes. You can let Sasha die, you can let Hanji die, and all these other motherfuckers die, but you can't kill your friends. That's what I don't like. It makes it seem like Eren loves his friends more than his mom. Even the motherfuckers that caused him to kill his own mother, he loved them more than his mom. That's what it makes it seem like, and I don't fucking like that. Because I know if I gotta kill my mom, and kill my brother, and kill my father, and kill another father figure, then I know for a fact that I'm killing every fucking body after that. Now, Ymir loving the king. That shit was fucking dumb. When you're watching her backstory, you don't get the idea that she's in love with the king. Now, the actions that she make because of her loving the king make sense, such as her going back after getting her Titan powers, or pretty much saving his life, or staying inside the Titan path and staying loyal to the warrior family for 2,000 years. All of that was out of love, and that makes sense. But there's nothing that's in between of all of that that convinces us that the bitch is in love with the king. I mean, she wasn't even supposed to be freed a second time. I mean, that's pretty much a retcon, because Eren freed her the first time. If you're telling me that she stayed inside the Titan path for 2,000 years out of love for the king, and she stayed loyal to the royal family even after the king died because of the love that she has for the king, then that means that when Ymir chose Eren over Zeke, she technically chose Eren over the love that she has for the king, which means that the bitch let him go. So why the fuck do she need to see Eren get killed by Mikasa, a person that he loves and the person that loves him? What the fuck? But I get it. You was copying off Muv Love. You wanted Mikasa to be important just like how Sumika is. You wanted her to be talked about in the last conversation between Eren and Armin, just like how Sumika is in Love Love. Just so that you can force this fucking ship down our throats, and you don't give a fuck. I finally realized why Attack on Titan's ending is bad, and it was right in my face this entire time. Isayama does not know how to fucking copy off a story. Because if you was going to copy off of a story, such as Love Love, then you should have copied all the way. And what I mean by that is,
bitch, you should have did an AoE. You should have did an anime original motherfucking ending. Because if you would have, you probably could have saved yourself with your own hand. But instead, Mappa had to save you with animation and OST and fucking disappointment. This is crazy.
Like, what the fuck? But like I said, the anime version of the ending to Attack on Titan is way more better than the manga version. It's still bad, but it's better. I do want to say thank you to Isayama because he definitely did make a story that I truly did fall in love with. I fell so much in love to the point where I had to fucking talk about it. And I definitely did not imagine myself going this fucking far with it. I really didn't. So for that, thank you, Isi motherfucking Yama. Damn, it's really hitting me. Attack on Titan is fucking over. All my theories, like, I was right about some, I was wrong about some. Was definitely wrong about AoE. Like, oh my gosh, AoE. The biggest theory that Attack on Titan will ever have. Isayama, you're a bitch for that. You are a trolling ass bitch. You learned that it was an idea out there, a theory about AoE, and all you did was troll. But this is the end of the video. You ain't gonna like, you ain't gonna comment, but I do appreciate it if you just sub and if you're new. And I'm out, bruh.
So what if the niggas make more? I knew my time would come and had to wait for it. So every night a nigga pray for it. Ain't no going back, the only way is forward. See some people they weren't made for. They rolling fit my real like it was